Hi folks, it's Graham here, and I've been lucky enough to get myself out for another wild camp. I'm in the Cheviot exploring Kidlandlee forest at the moment. This place was planted by the Forestry Commission between 1953 and 1987. And it still holds a fascination for me because it's one of the first places I came to and explored when I first started walking these hills. The map is full of fascinating names like Hog's Lair and Flesh Shank. But tonight I'm just looking somewhere to wild camp. If we'd been here 100 years ago, this whole area would have been absolutely dominated by a hunting lodge. And when you think of hunting lodge, I always think of a relatively modest place, but not this one. It was absolutely massive. It was built in the early 1900s by a Captain Leyland of Haggerston Castle. And while doing a few investigations about the place, I managed to get a hold of a photograph of the old lodge. Have a look at this. It's huge, isn't it? It's multi-storied. It's got some tremendous chimneys there. But the best thing for me about this photograph is that if you look closely, you can see two human figures near the door. It looks like a man and a woman dressed in formal attire. Isn't that amazing? Two real ghosts from the past there. The hunting lodge didn't survive much past, well, I think it was demolished in the 1950s. And you've got to wonder about the proximity to the war and whether the family fortunes declined or whether there wasn't enough staff to run the house. But it was all bulldozed by about, I'm guessing, 1956. And there's a private holiday estate on the grounds of it now. So I won't be going up there. I'm actually walking my wellies today, folks, because those Scarpa boots pinched my toes so much at, when I did the St Cuthbert's long distance walk. I don't really trust them anymore, so wellies it is today. I've not had a chance to buy another pair of boots. And as is always the case, when you're a wild camper, you've got your eye in, you look for good places to camp, but often other people have got the same eye, and I can see some folks have camped here already. Bit of a few burnt logs there. I don't know if that's firewood or seats, and there's a plastic chair here. Now, last time I was up this way, that plastic chair was at Whiteburn Shank, so it's not too far away. This is the Mountain Hardware Sprite. It's featured in a couple of my videos now, and as you can see, it's a quirky little tent in terms of its overall shape. So the head end comes really out there and takes up a bit of vestibule space, but that is great for storing gear by your head or even for filming at night. It's a good little tent, this one. Hello, Maisie. Hello, girl. So Maisie dog there should be a clue about who I'm camping with. I'm out with my really good marrow, Sean P. Sean, how you doing?
Now on YouTube, I'm alright, aye. Feeling better now that I'm out and about.
And he's just handed me a bottle of cider. Good friend, this one.
Best thing, this one.
Cheers, bud. That's my camp nearly set up, folks. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. And I do love wild camping. But I think I've said this before, in a camp, the thing I don't like about it is that it takes me away from my family. And my wife's not keen on wild camping. She does like camping, but she does like a toilet when she comes out. A titanium trowel doesn't cut it for her. I wish she would come out, because I remember our first date, you know. She turned up in a big baggy white outfit, smelling of honey and covered in bee stings, and I thought, yeah, she's a keeper.
Oh my god.
And this was confirmed on the second date, when she turned up in a football strip with a big pair of gloves. Come on, that's better than usual dad jokes, isn't it? Yeah? No? Get started quickly now, folks, but let's show you my little setup here. I've got the trusty Exped Ultra 5R rated mummy mat. I've got my Mountain Hardware Phantom Flame, I was going to say Phantom Menace there, winter bag that'll take me down to -9 apparently. I did have my summer bag packed, but then the forecast said it's getting down to 3 degrees tonight, and my summer bag's rated to 5 degrees, and I wasn't chancing that, so the winter bag's out for the season now. I've got a nature hike pillow. I've got my rucksack up there as well. I've got my 10 boots, which I'll put on later. I've got my canny little Wild Camp Northumbrian enamel mug. I've got a cigar for later, after dinner. And for dinner, I went to Morrison's for a change and got a couple of quarter pounders with some dirty cheese to put on top and a couple of buns. And then my lovely wife, who's a keeper, she went and got us, this is a Cadbury, some sort of sticky chocolatey pudding. I'm going to enjoy that. Oh, while I'm here, folks, just wanted to thank a couple of folks. Mark Wood, thanks very much for the coffee, and I'd like to give a shout out to Davey Smith, who apparently is a big fan of the channel. Thanks very much, Davey. Hi, Maisie. Oh, can you smell Darwin? Really? I like that idea. She's going to be an apiarist. Maisie, get away. Please, Sean's brought a first aid kit. Be careful with knives, kids. Then again, it's not your knife until she's bit you, and she's bit me. So, welcome to another edition of Sean's Camping Food. Sean, what you got there, mate?
I've got chicken and bacon tortellini with a roasted Mediterranean vegetable and mascarpone sauce. I did make a bit of an error and I forgot to bring me spork. Fortunately, I was using the chopsticks with the scouts earlier on in the week, and I'd left them in the car, so I'm eating tortellini with chopsticks. But it works, it's all good, and it tastes delicious.
I'm going to use the cling film that my bread buns came in to take my unused onion back home so my rucksack doesn't stink of onion. Smart. It's not the smartest thing I've ever done, I admit, but you know.
I would hope not.
No.
Give me a profession.
Well.
I mean, I ate.
So I know I talk about these a lot in my videos. we're gonna have a little buddy burner now, but these are great little things. They're basically made of things you would chuck in the bin: a tuna tin, leftover wax and cardboard, and it's like a campfire you can carry in your pocket. It leaves no trace. It gives you that campfire little thing for maybe an hour or so. So go and light one tonight, sit around it, have a bit crack, and honestly, these things are great. Have a look at my video on how to make them. It's not quite 9 o'clock now, folks, and it's utterly pitch black now. The nights are really cutting in, and there's utter silence. You can't hear anything in the woods at all. If I strain, maybe I can hear a little burn a few hundred yards away, but that's all. It's utterly still and peaceful here. It's lovely. Well, I think it's 9 o'clock. And this is a cheeky little Shiraz. The aroma's nice. It smells like a porcupine on a sunny day. And I'm getting an image of the Aegean Sea. Azure skies reflecting off a turquoise sea. Mysterious islands in the distance, wreathed in mist, the land of Homer and Odysseus, and something else. Scampi and lemon crisps. It's a funny bunch of flavours, but I do like it. So, Sean, what do you think of the wine then?
I think your taste buds might be slightly off, Graham, because I'm getting the warmth and comfort of a peat fire on a winter's day.
It's not whiskey, mate.
Don't do peaty whiskey, it tastes like TCP. But that's got a nice spice to it, like a homemade mince pie.
You didn't get the porcupine then?
I didn't get the porcupine. There's a slight hint of hedgehog goulash.
And as well as the wine, we're left with one more fine treat for a couple of gentlemen. An after dinner cigar. Are you getting porcupine on the cigar?
Yes.
Nice. Well, I'm all cosy now, folks. I've got my dry socks, my tent boots on, and it feels great. Can't wait to get some sleep tonight. You know, I spent time recently in Paphos. I've just come back really, and absolutely loved it. I mean, spending time with somebody you love is never time wasted. But when I was there, I missed this Northumbrian weather, and I kind of longed for the Northumbrian autumn, and it feels really cold tonight. I'm glad of my winter back, so I guess I've got my wish. I'm going to listen to a Sasquatch Chronicles podcast now, drift off to sleep, and I'll see you chaps in the morning. Morning folks, I didn't sleep well last night. Had a bit of an interrupted sleep, and the last hour I got some sleep, I had some really weird dreams that little Bob the Builder people were attacking the tent and coming in, and I woke up in a mass picnic. But before that I was awake about 3 in the morning, and there was something walking around outside the tent, maybe about a dozen yards off, and it sounded four-legged, so I think it was probably a sheep. A little bit eerie, but you know, nothing scary, anything, so I just try to get back to sleep after that. You know, when I'm having these weird dreams, I don't think listening to Bigfoot eyewitness testimonies on podcasts does many favours. I've thoroughly enjoyed my night, and I'm glad you were able to come along with us. If you like what I'm doing, let us know, give us a like, give us a subscribe, comment if you fancy, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye folks.